Hi, my loves. How are we doing? All right, I'm just coming in for a general read, and we know the drill. Even though it's very general, if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you. You don't want to hear what I have to say. That's okay. I will return some other time. Okay, so I got the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Eight of Cups in reverse. And then I got the Fool at the bottom of the deck. There is an energy around you. I feel kind of stuck. Like, as I'm, like, trying to speak, and I'm like, they don't know what to say. I feel like that this is clearly a sign for somebody. It's like maybe you sent a response to somebody or sent a message, or you're trying to ask them something and you're not getting a response back in return. And I think that you think that they've walked away, or, you know, they're ignoring you or just being a jerk. One of the two cases. Get me wrong, this energy right here, I'm kind of getting it's not the best way to handle a situation with you, but I'm hearing kind of a ghosting or a pause right now. This could have recently just happened. I don't think this was something like maybe a long time ago. For some of you, could be. Again, it's very general, so take out applies. But I'm kind of seeing more of they don't know what to say. It's like that. They feel stuck. They don't know how to handle something right now. Knight of Cups. There's still some unfinished business, but with that Two of Swords at the bottom deck, there is something about I don't know what to say. There is something about an ultimatum, because it went from Knight of Swords in reverse to Knight of Cups. That's a true emotional offering coming up to surface. And again, take out applies. This could apply to love. You know, I'm kind of getting like a crush, maybe somebody you're maybe talking to or just trying to talk to, get to know. Or this could even apply to a friend. I feel like there's an ultimatum that you put on this person. That's where I'm saying you put them in a corner and they're like, I don't know what to say. And then I feel like this collective, you're kind of doing that, okay, no response is a response, which is good. But I feel like there is something coming forward now. There's a complete different shift that is happening as we speak. They're thinking of another outlet. It's like they don't, maybe this person is always giving you very short responses, or not put that much effort into you, or really kind of give you dry responses. And you could have simply asked them like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm hearing I could take a hint. You're doing something. I feel like now you said something. That's what I meant to say. Now I feel like this person's about to be like, okay, I got to do something. Otherwise this person can walk away from me. The Hierophant, this is being guided. So sign you did the right thing. I feel like I'm talking to a collective. You don't want to be the chaser. You don't want to beg for somebody. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from this collective. It's like you don't want to beg somebody to be in your life. You don't want to beg for a response. You shouldn't have to ask somebody to give you attention. So maybe you did give them, like I said, I'm kind of getting an ultimatum, or you may have just asked them a question. I feel like this person's kind of like, and it's getting no response. And now I feel like they're kind of doing the, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, Knight of Cups. Maybe it's time to actually make the move, or whatever, you know, that case is. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the Page of Cups in reverse. That's what I was saying. Like, this person could have been very emotionally immature. And I'm kind of getting, again, this could apply to a crush, a love of some form, or a friendship. Very dry responses, not putting that much effort into you. I'm honestly kind of hearing their energy could actually be very confusing to you. Because I have to say, when I've read these cards, it's kind of like, I'm looking at them like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? And that's kind of, I feel like, how this collective is acting. Maybe this person, again, if it's applying to like a crush or a love interest of some form, maybe this person kind of does flirt with you, but then they pull their energy right back. Or if they walk past you, they kind of like, you know, stare at you. They kind of do something to make you think, ooh, they're interested in me. But then when you talk to them, it's kind of very dry, very unresponsive. And you're like, oh, and I feel like this collective, you're like, okay, I could take a hint. All right, shit. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, now you backed off. Now you're kind of protecting yourself. And like I said, I think this collective, you did the right thing. Because that's what I'm saying out of this collective. You don't want to come off as a chaser. You don't want to beg for this person. Nobody should have to beg for, you know, their attention. Eight of Cups in reverse. What is that about? Ten of Wands in reverse. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to hold on to this person. You're like, okay, I can take a hint. Bye. I think you've released this person, but I think you do it smoothly. I don't think you're like giving them, like I said, don't make it fit. I don't think you're giving them the middle finger, being like, oh, part of you could be because of how immature this does kind of come off. But I think but like I said, I'm kind of feeling like, okay, you know what? I can take a hint. That's all right. Yeah, Eight of Swords. You're not like hung up on this person. I think you truly, and again, I think this was recent. You have released this person, and it's more because they didn't give you a response, or at least a response you were hoping for. And at least if they did, I'm hearing very dry. Knight of Cups. What offer are they trying to give this collective? Okay, Two of Wands. This may take for some of you, this could come very, very quickly, but for some, it may take a minute because there is something about they're waiting. What are they waiting on? Good grief. Okay, the Seven of Cups. I think it's more on how to get you. You could be attached to somebody, or whoever this is, somebody that could be really awkward in the nicest way, really shy. They are not maybe a sociable person. They could be very socially awkward. And again, I'm not justifying their behaviors because like I said, a lot of it is emotional immaturity. But I feel like I have to say with this person though, and again, don't make it fit. I don't need to get yelled at. I don't think this person is going out of their way to hurt you or hurt your feelings or upset you. And I think that's what they're going through is like, okay, I clearly upset them. They're not responding to me now. I didn't give them a response. How do I come back from this? And I think they're waiting on themselves to make a decision as far as how to come through. They don't want to screw things up with you. Yeah, Death right here. They want to transform this. They want something to evolutionize. The Hierophant. Oh, okay. Page of Wands and the Magician. This is good. Whatever you did or whatever you kind of backed him up in the corner with, again, I keep getting the word ultimatum, good, because it kind of put a little fire up there behind, and you should never feel like you have to walk on eggshells around anybody. And that's where this collective, is coming from. Maybe you've been, if this is playing to love, or even then a new friend, maybe it's you haven't really had any new energies come around you for a long period of time, and now you finally got this person surrounding you, and it's like, maybe in the past you've had this habit of walking on eggshells around people, chasing them, kind of begging for attention. And you're like, I'm not doing that. No response is a response. Let's see what the outcome is. Oh, with that Page of Wands Magician, I think it's going to blow over well. And maybe, again, this is your reading. I feel like this is what this collective is looking for, is you want this person to respond or have a comeback. And I think that, and they're kind of confirming yes with that Page of Wands that they will. Ten of Pentacles, shut up. Five of Swords and Three of Wands. Like I said, for some of you, this could come very quickly. I would say another week or so. And again, not that you have to wait on it. I'm a reader. You never should wait on anybody. But I feel like this person's going to get out of their little funk as far as figuring out how to approach this. That's where I'm feeling like maybe I'm talking about somebody. And like I said, keep in mind, if you don't want this energy back, that is completely okay and good for you. I will say it will take a little bit of time for them to emotionally mature. That's why like I said, when I'm reading this, I don't feel like this is a bad energy. I don't think this person's going out of their way to hurt you. I just feel like if they're very awkward, they may not have much experience socially or even emotionally as well, especially if this is applying to love for some of you. So yeah, I think that is something maybe this collective, you also could be in this funk is, oh gosh, maybe they like somebody else, or maybe they don't like me or something. No, there is something about like you backing them up in the corner in your own subtle way. You kind of told them that their emotional maturity is not sitting right with you, and good for you. Good for this collective. Let me do one more. King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, shut up. Whatever this applies to, this is going to be a stable relationship of some form. Their emotions, maturity's got to take a little time, but this will evolve to something beautiful, but they will make a comeback. I hope this helped, my babies.